Jaylen Brown, you have lost your motherfucking mind. You have lost some screw. You might have unlocked some screw. I don't know what you got going on in your brain right now, bro, but everything ain't connecting how it's supposed to be connecting when it's connected. Listen to this stupid shit this nigga is saying on his live stream. Exhibit A.
It has ruined our game.
He said flopping has ruined our game.
Great player, one of the best bigs in basketball history. Flops. He know it. This ain't breaking news. This ain't, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Exhibit B.
Our team finished dead last in getting calls.
Our team, stop it right here. Our team finished dead last in getting calls. So he's trying to make it seem like the Boston Celtics just don't get no calls. Nobody calls fouls on you. What he fails to fucking realize is maybe you were dead last in calls because you was number one in 3 points took per game. You shoot 53s per game. That means you only taking 30 or 40 shots. So, yeah, you're going to be dead last in free throws and in foul calls, bro. You're number one in 3-point shooting. You shoot the most threes. I would assume that the team that shoots the most threes would have the least amount of foul calls in that season. What a fucking idiot. Let's continue on dumb train.
I was vocal about it. I got thrown out some games, or etc. And they keep saying like this push off and this stuff like that. You know how many players do that? That is such that's the common play, a basketball play. Every player does it. So why are you targeting me? It clearly had an agenda.
What, bro? First of all, people don't push off every you trying to make it seem like people push off every play. That don't happen. The push off has always, since the history of basketball, the push off has always been a very controversial call. Sometimes they let it slide. Sometimes they call it. Some people think you can't extend it. Some people think you can't be too strong with it. Some people think you can't use past your It's different rules in every ref's mind. It's been like that since I started watching basketball at fucking 6 years old, bro. Like
maybe because I spoken that was critical of the refs in the regular season. So you know how they responded. Like you're gonna lead the playoffs in offense.
As well as
now we on a full clip.
When Joel Embiid came back,
on a full clip now.
It was an issue, and that's funny because on my stream they're doing this with all without Embiid. I think personally they may be a little better without Embiid. I'm not sure, but I know they're doing all this. They've been playing well, finding an identity. So for context, I said this maybe a week before we played the Sixers. We'll see if the big fella comes back, but I think they've been doing a good job. Chad, at the time, they were playing really well, and we didn't really get a full look at their team, so it definitely was an adjustment for us. But that's how motherfuckers be watching my stream. That's how Joel Embiid was sitting there at home, motherfucking eating chocolate chip cookies, watching my motherfucking stream, and he's like, you know what? When I come back, I'm gonna show these because I ain't never seen him that dominant. He was dominant from physical standpoint. Passing the ball.
Obviously,
he's been more athletic in the past, but
stop it.
I give him credit. He came out.
You never seen Joel Embiid be that dominant? I've seen better from Joel.
Made a difference in this series, no question. He's one of the best bigs in the world, if not the, when healthy. And he's a former MVP. And he came back and changed the series. He was up 3-1 without him. He comes back and we lose. The next three, we lose the next 3 games.
How come you lost? Why'd you think you lost? What's the reason for the loss, Jaylen?
A little bit more, if we could bang with him a little bit more personnel-wise and not give him so many easy baskets, it would have been a little different for us. But he came and did what he was supposed to do. He dominated, and we lost. So credit to the 76ers, credit to Joel Embiid. I still think he flopped entirely way too much. Some of y'all don't even know what flopping is in the chat. Like some of y'all clearly don't know basketball. Y'all don't know what flopping is. Flopping is exaggerating contact that's already there. It's not about drawing.
The crazy part about Jaylen Brown saying this is you flop just as much as Joel Embiid does, bro. You're not somebody who's known for never flopping. We've seen Jaylen Brown flop too. Don't blame Joel Embiid. Blame the rules. Nigga, if I know that I can fall a little bit and get an extra call, I'm going to do that. If I know I could untie your shoe and the ref don't see it, I'm going to do that. Like,
contact or drawing fouls. Nobody has a problem with drawing fouls. That's a part of the game. Use your brains. That's the thing about this basketball era where y'all have turned y'all brains off and just look at analytics. I have no idea what y'all talking about. Drawing fouls is fine.
Flop.
I don't complain about nobody drawing fouls. Flopping and exaggerating contact is different.
You do
like
that.
When somebody barely touched you and you selling a call to make it seem like you just got shot by 2 police officers. Big difference. Whether you like it, don't like it, your grandma like it, your grandma don't like it, I don't really care. You know what I mean? This is just my personal opinion on basketball. Some of y'all might disagree, but argue with your grandma. Flopping has ruined our game. Joel Embiid is a great player, one of the best bigs in basketball history. Flops. He know it. This ain't breaking news. That's just my opinion. I'm not the only one that had that opinion. Some of y'all gonna be mad about that opinion, and some of y'all could kiss my ass. But once again, shout out to the 76ers. Shout out to Nick Nurse. Shout out to Joel Embiid. Shout out to the.
Now, let me show you why you.
2-3 or not 2-3? For the Celtics, that really isn't in question.
After Oubre got fouled.
Look at that shit.
Oh, no.
Look at that. Look at this.
Hauser again.
Who told y'all this is how you play basketball?
In the NBA.
And ain't.
Why, for one, why are we shooting so many threes?
No idea.
I don't
It is
know.
horrible. It is horrible.
And then Jaylen Brown to come talking about some analytics? Nigga. Y'all shot 1,000 fucking threes, bro. And then the fact of the matter is y'all shot 1,000 threes and y'all shot like shit for 3 games straight and kept coming back to the game with the same game plan. We gonna take some fadeaway. Look at this shit.
On the drive. Pritchard 3.
We just gonna keep shooting it. Look at that score right there.
Bull.
Look at that score. They was down by like 20-some points at this point, right? So it's a 1-point game now. Now, if Peyton Pritchard hits this shot, this might be a different game. But he missed. He missed. And at this point, the 76ers are just late contestant because y'all shooting like shit. Y'all ain't got no game plan, no nothing. Y'all just out there, bitch. Shoot. Y'all shooting more than Steph Curry, and he the greatest player ever. Y'all look stupid. Break.
1 minute to play.
Look at it.
TD guard.
Look, that is a stupid ass shot.
Pritchard 3.
You think because you wearing number 30, nigga?
Minute to play at TD guard. Hauser, tough 3.
That is a dumb ass shot. Down 5, 56 seconds to go. You get you a bucket and a stop, it's a different game. You get you a 3 and a stop, it's a different game. You taking fadeaway 3. This is with Jaylen Brown on the floor. Look at who on the floor with this shot. Jaylen Brown on the court. Derek White on the court.
TD guard. Hauser, tough 3.
And you shot it over a 7-footer.
Brown will pull. Way off. Rebound. Back to
They
Brown.
letting you shoot at that
right
point.
on the outside. No
Break.
good.
For however long I'm here, that will be the offensive philosophy.
Weirdo. Stupid.
Won't that mean it's time for that nigga to go? That's what that means. Fire that dumbass motherfucker, man. Fire, what the fuck? And then you gonna be stubborn about it too and say it like, yeah, this is what I'm doing.
For
That
however
shit
long
ain't
I'm
working,
here, that
bro.
will be the offensive philosophy.
It's over. We are screwed. When looking at modern day NBA basketball, the three-point shot nowadays has become the most overused, abused, and now
Yes,
an overrated shot in all of sports.
Exactly.
As looking at this shot when tactically used and not spanned, it can
Look at this nigga, bro.
in all of
This
sports.
nigga, if he catches the ball right there, he pump fakes and drives, he has 2 points. This nigga took 65,000 steps to get all the way back here to shoot this 3
This
over a
shot,
7-footer.
when tactically used and not spanned, it can be a force multiplier that lifts your team to a W and a deep playoff run. But on the flip side, if you fall too much in love with it, you get in bed with the analytics, where it takes you to the deep end, that three-point shot is now your Achilles heel. And look at the past 4 years, the team that exemplifies this the most is in fact the Joe Mazzulla Celtics. As in 2023 till now, every single year they attain at least 43s per game. Out of the entire NBA,
bro.
the only squad to do that 4 consecutive seasons. And of course, all those years are top 4, 3 times top 2, and twice the NBA's leader in threes taken.
Pritchard tees it up. Well short. Tatum rejects the screen. Thought about the deep 3. Now he will load it up. Philly holding on to its largest lead. And Tatum's way off. And the Celtics just could not make shots down the stretch. It was the longest streak of missed shots to end a game.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick.
Right now, looking at the Joe Mazzulla Celtics era, we have 4 solid years of evidence this guy does not change his philosophy based on personnel, the series, or even the game script. That right there for Joe Mazzulla is his worst trait. He is downright stubborn and does not budge from his core philosophy. And looking at Game 7, that philosophy, once again, bit him in the ass. Boston in Game 7, from 3-point range, 13...
And it's the philosophy is not as much of the problem as I think the main problem is, okay, maybe this is our philosophy. Maybe this is our game plan. We're going to get up a lot of threes. But if y'all get up 10 threes in 5 minutes and y'all motherfucker go 0 for 5, it's time to try something else. That's my main problem. It's the fact that there's no willingness to adjust at all. Hey, okay, we're not making a 3. Let's go to this. Let's get some easy buckets. Let's go over here to this, and then we'll pound that just like in football. You run, play action pass. You know what I'm saying? Drive. Or you know what I'm saying? Pick and pop, mid ranges, get to your spots 5-6 times in a row. You successful. They waiting for it. Now you got an open 3. That's usually how it works. Not just, I'm saying, damn, like y'all shooting off balance fadeaway running 3s. Sam Hauser shooting that shit. It's not Damian Lillard and Steph. This is Sam Hauser.
Of 49. Abysmal. The second half, though, even worse, only 6 of 30. And looking at White and Brown, Boston's 2 best players, combined from 3, a disgraceful 3 of 16.
Disgusting.
That right there from Boston in Game 7
Look
was
at
an
that shit.
absolute
That was just
tragedy.
nasty, bro.
But here's the depressing thing. Seeing that performance, I
I'm just
wasn't
gonna
really
shoot it.
shocked. The Joe Mazzulla Celtics is what they do over and over and over again. As looking at their core philosophy, what it revolves around is taking a ton of threes. Doesn't matter the opponent, personnel, doesn't
Right.
matter anything.
Don't
Joe
nothing
Mazzulla's
matter.
philosophy is get up 40 plus threes. In this game, to their credit, they did do that, but from the field, only made 13.
Bottom line, the Celtics are not going to change their strategy, and the numbers suggest they probably shouldn't. They are unlikely to have 3 more games where they shoot that badly.
That one didn't age quite so well.
Y'all been saying that shit for years.
To give you guys some context, looking through Game 7 history, this 3-point collapse
come on,
was
bro.
downright historic. The history of Game 7's most threes taken, Boston taking 49, is the 3rd most. And among Game 7's with 40 plus threes taken, percentage-wise, the 5th worst percentage all time. Look at someone like Derek White. Threes missed in Game 7, he had 11, an NBA record. In the 4th quarter,
He
they
missed
completely
11
collapsed
threes
from deep, only going 2
in a
of
game
13.
7. one man.
Oh my God! No, throw it up in the bathroom. Get out of here!
Like I said earlier, a Boston Game 7 collapse going
Hold
0
on,
from
bro.
deep.
Y'all ain't tell me he missed 11 threes in game 7. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I'm 0 for 6, if I look up and I miss 6 threes, 5 threes, I'm not shooting no fucking more. Why? Do y'all realize that the 3-point shot is the hardest shot on a basketball court? It's the farthest shot. And then y'all not even taking them from corners. Y'all taking top of the key wing threes. Like, this is the hardest, longest shot you can take. And y'all taking it over 7-footers, over niggas taller than you. Off double team, screens. It's 3 niggas on you, y'all shooting. Then y'all shooting up from half. Like, bro. It's not, we might not ever see another Steph Curry. We might see one maybe in the next 100 years, my nigga. Like,
Yes, it does suck, but it's not shocking. And looking at Missoula's track record, I mean, at this point, he's 4 years in, and the playoff choke jobs are quickly piling up. Look at last year versus the Knicks, and Missoula's philosophy once again failing in epic fashion.
bro.
Game 1 versus the Knicks in the
63s,
Garden,
bro.
threes taken, 63s.
15
They made
made.
15. Game 2,
Terrible, bro.
down a little bit to 40, only made 10. Then Game 6 in New York, elimination game, 12 of 40, they stunk up the joint. Looking at those 3 losses combined, 37 of 140. Overall percentage, 26.4%. Boston, that series versus New York, it was quite simple.
They did
Live
the
by
same
the
thing
3
this year.
and die by the 3.
This last year, right
Of course,
here.
that series, for being a heavy favorite, they did just that. And looking at Game 1 and Game 2 specifically, the fourth quarter 3-point shooting
18 threes
was
in
absolutely
a
abysmal.
fourth quarter.
Those games combined, the fourth quarters, 5 of 29, 17.2%.
18,
When looking at
bro.
playoff basketball, jump shooting, it's always shaky. As look at these players,
Exactly.
no, they're not robots. They are human. They get nervous, feel the pressure, feel the weight of a big game, a Game 7, or a critical Game 2.
Flashback.
21 and 15. It's a 3 by Tatum. Tatum on top. Step back. 3.
Looking stupid as hell. Like, if I was a Celtics fan, I would be pissed.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Boston over and over again feels this pressure and crumbles to the fact they're a jump shooting team that is very one-dimensional. Look back 2023 versus Miami Heat. Once again, the series Boston was heavily favored in. Boston in the games they lost from 3 was 40 of 148. Percentage-wise, 27%. And look at Game 7 in the Garden. Much like Philly, they
9
went
for
cold
42.
and they were absolutely bricking. That game versus the Heat, 9 for 42. And
That's
here's the cherry
insane,
on
bro.
top. Looking at their 4 losses versus Miami, in the fourth quarter 3-point shot was absolutely ice cold. Game 1, 2 of 8. Game 2, 1 for 8. Game 3, 2 of 14.
2
and
of
Game
14,
7,
nigga, in
5 for
fourth quarter.
13. In those 4 losses in the fourth quarter, an abysmal 10 of 43 on threes in the fourth quarters. Now look, when it comes to any NBA team, any all-time great team, they're not going to win a championship every single year. Looking at Boston, that's not why I'm frustrated. Why I'm frustrated is quite
Yeah,
simple.
no.
This team over and over again loses to teams they should beat, but they're heavy favorites. That Knicks series, Boston,
That was crazy.
heavy
Like,
favorites.
come on, bro. What the
versus
fuck are
Miami,
we talking
even
about?
bigger favorites. And this year versus Philly should have won in 5. A theme of the Joe Mazzulla era is playing down to competition and losing series you should not lose. So ask the question, why is that? It's quite simple. Joe Mazzulla ball at its core is very inconsistent. Game to game, series to series, even season to season. And the biggest frustration is looking at Joe Mazzulla's team,
That's 2 points.
series to series, even season to season. And the biggest frustration
That's 2 points. Floater, hop step, jump in the drum and chest, get a foul.
is
That's 2
looking
points.
at Joe Mazzulla's team.
I'm gonna pass it to
they're very much
Vucevic,
one-dimensional.
dumbass.
Second half, you guys were shooting almost exclusively three-pointers. I know you talk about take what the defense gives you, but were you satisfied with the shot selection in that second half?
Yeah.
Tatum, step back 3. You can't give up the layup. Grant Williams 3, going one-on-one. Smart, open 3. Zone for the Heat. It's a tie try for Brown. This is Brown.
Look at that
doubled
shit.
on the 3 try. No, Miami wins it.
That was the end of the court,
Here's
end of the
one
game,
going
though.
up 2 games to none. Who would have believed this? The 8th seed on the road.
Were you satisfied with?
So think
the
about it, though. Think about it. Twice in the last 3 years, that means that Boston has been a number 2 seed. In that series, they lost in the conference finals to an 8th seed. And this year, they lost in the first round to a 7th seed. See any problem with that?
shot selection in that second half?
Yeah.
Screw you! You're fired!
Yes, we all get it. The math, 3/2. That on paper does make sense. But looking at basketball is not all spreadsheets, analytics, and purely numbers.
Okay,
One
if that's
thing's-
the case, then how come they don't go for 2-point conversion every time? 2 is more than 1. How come they don't go for it on 4th down every time? 7's more than 3. Because you have to be a fucking idiot to think that analytics, just because analytics take the majority of the games throughout the whole season, and they say, well, if you shoot this many threes, on average, you win. And then the playoffs come. And then them 3 games or 4 games that you need to win, you don't shoot that good. And then you lose. And then that just go in the pile of losses. But you still, the robot AI is still going to tell you, if you shoot this many threes, you're going to win 70%, 80% of your games. But that 20% that you lose, half of them motherfuckers going to be in the playoffs. So then guess what? Your ass going home in the first round. You was up 3-1, bro. I ain't really no excuse for that. I'm sorry, gang. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
Stats cannot track what never able to track things like momentum, pressure, nerves, and the human ability to screw up or play extremely well. Yes, looking at the players, they miss shots. Some guys do not play the par. What it comes back to, in my opinion, is the coach and his overall philosophy being very slow to adjust and being very stubborn.
Our team's
This is
like
nothing
one of
but
the
the
major
Rockets.
flaws of, even you could say this Celtic era, right? This group is the arrogance
Yeah,
that they
Brian
think it's going to
Scalabrine.
be easy to win.
Scalabrine.
You could go back to being up 20. You blow a 20-point lead in a playoff game at home, you're like, wow, that's a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next game, you act the same way and you do it again.
Exactly.
That's last year. This year,
I forgot that
you
happened.
blow
Last year, they blew a 20-point lead twice.
them out, you think it's going to be easy.
Now, when speaking about adjustments, one thing Joe Mazzulla did change, which is a big-time
They
overcorrection.
think they them niggas.
So the Game 7 starting lineup,
'Cause they won
featured
one
White,
damn time.
Brown, Shireman, Luka Garza, as well as Ron Harper Jr. Looking at this lineup, I don't know what Joe was thinking. Again, in a Game 7, these guys aren't robots and chess pieces. You can move around like they have no emotion.
Right.
Looking at someone like Shireman, in Tatum's absence, kind of has to start. But looking at Baylor, he's a 2-year player in the postseason, has never started. His first start in Game 7 is a pretty rough spot. Then look at Garza replacing Keita. Garza in his career has 11 starts during the regular season, and in the playoffs doesn't have a single one to his name. So in Game 7, highly questionable.
Game 7,
This
you
one
gonna
right
start the
here,
nigga that ain't
most
never played in the
questionable. Ron Harper Jr.
Never
starting
started
this
the
game.
playoffs.
Ron Harper Jr. all year
Ron
long,
Harper
a
Jr.
great role player, 10th, 11th man. Starting in Game 7, I don't know what you're doing. This guy in total playoff career had
I didn't even
21 minutes to
realize
his name.
fucking they started it.
If you're an NBA coach
Who
with
the
3 guys in
fuck
the lineup,
are
you
these
have a
people?
single playoff start in their career, and you start them in a Game 7, that is no doubt highly questionable. And looking at that first quarter, what do you think happened? Boston off rip, down by 10 points, and they end the first quarter in a 13-point hole. And what did it do to? Joe Mazzulla's lineup that together had played 0 minutes on the entire season
Exactly.
together.
Then they only
It's
play. What the
Jaylen
fuck?
Brown,
Like
it's
how?
Derek
What the
White,
hell?
It's Ron Harper Jr., it's Baylor Shireman, and
Mazzulla's an
it's
idiot.
Luka Garza.
You serious?
But the Ron Harper Jr. one, how does that make sense? Also, these guys, as I mentioned right off the bat, hadn't played a single minute together all year, and it looked like it at the outset.
Covering now defensively
Your coach
as
is an
Brown
idiot,
goes to
bro.
work. And
Look at that
nobody was
shit.
home, out of bounds. Take advantage.
Bro. Ah! Let me tell y'all, Boston, everybody in Boston, Massachusetts, your coach is a fucking idiot, bro. He's an idiot. Okay? He's just stupid. I don't know what else to call it. I don't know what else to call it, bro. I don't know what else to call it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't even compare it to was it Mike Dunleavy? No, not Mike Dunleavy. I forgot what Mike D'Antoni in Houston. They had threes and layups. Y'all just threes. Y'all got, we just gonna shoot this motherfucker. What?
The situation. Paul George attacks and slams Curry.
And then you gonna bring out,
Outside.
what is this starting 5?
And now
Like,
numbers
he's
back
an
the other
idiot.
way. Embiid on his high horse. Bounces it for Maxey.
Who y'all hired
2-man game. Maxey and Embiid. Bounce it. Oubre behind the defense.
for a game 7?
Again, looking at someone like Joe Mazzulla, who kind of embodies being a robot, putting that lineup out there in a Game 7 is basketball malpractice. And look at the Boston crowd. I mean, being down 10 points early in the arena, the air was taken out from the very beginning. And that's one last thing I do want to touch on, the home court disadvantage. In the Joe Mazzulla era, this is a big-time trend. And as I said it, the home court disadvantage. 2023 on their home floor, below 500 at 5-6.
That's crazy.
And versus Miami in the East Finals, on their home floor, dropped Game 1 and Game 2, and lost Game 7 in the Garden. 2024, their title year, lost 3 games in the playoffs, 2 of which were at home. They took their foot off the gas. 2025 went 4-2. That Knicks series blew 2 big games. They're up by 20. Or again,
blew
they took their foot off the gas.
20-point leads.
And last but not least, 2026, the ultimate disaster where versus Philly on your home floor, you went 1-3.
Damn.
Game 2, foot off the gas. Game 5, a blown lead, and
That's
Game
crazy.
7, an all-out cluster.
I'm disgusted by the fact
disgusted.
that we had a stranglehold on this series and we weren't able to close it out. We gave them life, and this is 3 games they won on our home court.
Yeah.
And I'm disgusted behind that.
So that right there is the video, and I'll say one last thing. Looking at the Missoula Celtics era, yes, that one championship is nice. You have it in your back pocket. But looking at 2023, 25, and now 26, the overall playoff flameouts, playoff chokes are quickly piling up. That one title, yes, does help, but in Boston, one championship might not be.
One title was a fluke, bro. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. Let me see what the playoffs was that year. 2024 playoff bracket NBA. Let's look at that. So Boston had to play the Heat. They won 4-1. They played the Cavs. I think that was before they even had Darius Garland, I think, or something. They won 4-1 against that. Then they swept the Pacers, who wasn't talking about shit. Like, they had a very easy road to the championship. You know what I'm saying? 2024 year. And then they got Boston in the finals. And they won 4-1 on there. But that was like a good run. Like, any good to decent team could have a good run and win one, just like Denver. We want to know if you can win 2. Can you win 2 in 3 years? Can you win 2 in 4 years? Can you win back to back? Can you win 3 in 8 years? Can you win how can you do this consistently? You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that happening, shooting 50 fucking threes a game. Because I guarantee you what they're going to do next season with this dumb motherfucker right here, we're gonna go from 53s to 63s.